Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Parra and I'll be playing Seablock now. So in the previous episode, what did we do? Let's open spreadsheet. Right, it says base mineral oil. We finished setup of base mineral oil here and we actually switched to sheet coil production and like solder and whatever production to rely on this base mineral oil delivered by LTN instead of it being like brought by robots. So that's good. I actually can see the chest. Oh, that's another thing. That's the water. Right. I remember. We have a task. Polluted fish water in main base. Inserter. So we are waiting for this inserter to be placed. And we wanted to place things on this belt. This should allow us to place inserter there, a certain inserter like a chest, and load it up with barrels of polluted fish water right from here. Are we receiving polluted fish water? We are not getting it yet. That's interesting because I thought that we have enough polluted fish water here. Oh, we don't quite have enough. We have slightly not enough. But I see. Let's do the following. Let's go over there and change the condition. Let's say that we are fine with exporting once we have like 100 stacks. This should allow us to export some artificial fish water. Right, because we do have 100 stacks of it. Yep, we have sorry, not 1,000. We have 1,100. We have 1,100 stacks. Good. What else is happening? We are waiting for the robots to like build this geode setup. That's basically what's happening. And we are trying to research hatchery so that we can do something with buffers. So what is happening? We are again short on copper. We are getting copper produced, that's good. We have how much? Well, we already managed to run out of cretinium. That's pretty sad. And this part, this one still has cretinium, so we are still getting some copper. This is good. This is actually pretty good. How much do we have? We have 20,000 here. Nice. And overall, we are quite short on copper. Obviously on cretinium. This thing is also getting... So, I wonder, like... Right now it just feels a little bit strange what's going on with the copper. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What can we do here? We can connect things like that. We will probably want to have such connection, most likely. And here, oh, we need to grab the wires and we want to connect these things here, like that. Nice. Okay, this is looking pretty good. We can add this power connection, and with that, this RoboPort, well, this RoboPort should be able to finish, I think, building all of that, and we'll just be missing some crystallizers, which we'll get at some point. It's fine, we will have them. Sooner or later, we will have them there. Now, in the previous episode, we were learning about buffers, and we pretty much, I think, figured out a way to proceed. What we know that we'll need, a lot of alien processed meat, so we'll need lots of that stuff. How about we start building this? So what exactly do we need? We need 102 fish tanks. They will need a little bit of Santa Rays and a little bit of raw meat. And they'll be producing lots of Santa Rays. So in theory we could have one belt just going in a circle. Let's say red belt. On one side of red belt we have 15 items per second, so it's enough. And then we'll need to figure something out. We want to produce a lot of polluted artificial fish water from this, right? Right, we want to produce lots of water. And from the water we'll be producing sulfuric wastewater. Okay, so the output is actually alien processed meat and sulfuric wastewater. But we wanted to use sulfuric wastewater for something. We wanted it for some process somewhere here. No. Where did we want it? Maybe we wanted it for this part, hydrochloric acid. We will be getting it from this, from hydrogen chloride. Calcium carbonate, maybe? Right ahead, maybe it's this part. Let's see, so we'll be producing, we'll need thermal water and we need ammonia. For ammonia, we can use blue cellulose fiber, this thing. Right, I remember now. Let's cancel all of this here and we'll do it in another block. I think that might be better. So what we need? We need to get calcium carbonate. We'll be doing it like that. We will need... okay, I didn't actually want... I didn't want to place them like in different blocks. I wanted to place them in the same line. So we have this thing. Maybe let's leave it like this, and we need ammonia. We'll be producing ammonia from blue algae. So here it is. Right, we have, can actually use blue ones, I think, everywhere here. Blue ones. And we'll need charcoal. Right, let's see. So we will have this sulfuric wastewater fed into ammonia production, which will be fed into thermal, sorry, not in thermal water, but it will be used to produce calcium carbonate. And so far, this thing doesn't really need anything except charcoal and thermal water. So charcoal, thermal water, artificial fish water, we'll need to produce some of it. How do we do that? I guess we'll just be doing that. Combine it with saline water and that's it. And it doesn't seem to be... Okay, it needs a little bit of space, I guess, but not too much. What else do we need? Nutrient pulp will receive it. Hydrochloric acid. That's another thing that we need. Hydrochloric acid can be produced from hydrogen chloride. And hydrogen chloride can just be retrieved. It's a lot of gas to get. It's okay, we'll do it like this. So, and now we'll need some saline water. I think I'll just be using this process. Just like that. Look at that. We basically have the idea of the process ready for the most part. Now, the question is, this part will be voided. The inputs is nutrient pulp a little bit, thermal water a little bit, and a lot of well, okay, it's not a lot. It's not not a lot of hydrogen fluoride gas. Let's figure out the following thing. Can we actually place all of that? And how much space would we need to achieve that? Are we getting copper? Where is our copper going? Copper. History. Okay, I guess copper coil. No? Copper shit coil. Okay, I don't know. Copper. We are not really delivering copper sheet coil anywhere, but we are delivering copper plates. What? What does it mean? How are we getting plates to fission? This doesn't make any sense. What happened? We delivered copper plates here? No. I don't know what's wrong with the LTN manager, like this cannot be right. Something is strange happening here. Something is very, very strange. Let us clear all of that. Or maybe everything completely. History, there's no history. Okay. Let's see. This part. It produces... It has 66 fish tanks. And here we need 102. That means that... So this line has 22. We basically need 5 of this. We need 5 lines. That's a lot. It is a lot. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to fit all of this, to be honest. Need to think about what exactly is going on here. So we need 102. It's 5 lines, so we'll could basically get 2 of this, like that. And we will need to have space for them. Okay, we need to rethink something here. How about we say that this part is supposed to work with speed modules 1, for example. How many can we place in there? Okay, we can place 2. So if you place 2 speed modules 1, then this build suddenly requires only 66 fish tanks. And I feel like we should be able to get speed modules 1 relatively quickly. So if we do that, if we do it with speed modules, then this amount will basically be enough, right? We have 66 and we need 64. So we could copy that part and we'll need to repurpose it to work for Santa Rays. Okay, it will require raw meat, but this one... Okay, this one requires blue algae. Oh, sorry, brown algae. This one doesn't require brown algae, it requires raw meat. That's not that bad, to be honest. And then we need 26 butcheries. How many do we have here? Oh, it's actually oil presses. Some of butcheries. Okay, let's do this. Let's say we are copying this build. This one. And we'll do something with this. Let's start building our fission kind of block. So here we'll have the fish. Let's also maybe do something like that temporarily, just to make sure that this piece of water is like covered. So we'll be producing lots of fish here, and let's open the stuff. So we'll have 64 of this, well actually 66, but whatever. We will need to do the following. We will need to feed it a lot. Okay, let's go back over there. Or maybe we could make sure everything is connected here correctly. Is all of this looking good? Right, let's do the following. Let's place a couple of geodes blocks here. One, okay, done. Second one also placed. Nice. Okay, good. Now let's get back to this part. I feel like I placed this incorrectly, so let's remove all of that. And we'll place it again, like this. Nice. Nice. So now we have this build. We need to get polluted artificial fish water, which we can do from here, for example, from above. And this is our main kind of... This is the main thing that we are using from there. This part will require 8 of hydro plants. How could we place them? We could place them... I mean, we could place them like literally like that, right? We could just have like 8 of them. Maybe like that. This is 9. Okay, we'll have 8 of them. We're producing sulfuric waste water. And that's it, right? We're producing... Oh, this thing is also alliance spores. They are like a fluid thingy. So we will need them. I don't like what's like the sounds that I'm hearing. Alright, this looked bad. Let's fix this. Let's disconnect the stuff and reconnect it just there. Good. So we could basically make this like 2 to 1. So we can have 1 of this for every 2 of those. And we will need hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, what are we producing it? It doesn't require a lot of chemical plants. It basically requires just 2. Okay. Okay. That sounds good. And this part will be producing alien bacteria. What is happening? Oh no. Okay, this is bad. This is also bad. We lost lots of purples. It's okay. So we have this process here. And we could actually maybe do it like that. Then we can have... We'll have 4 of them in total, right? 1 there, 1 here. Let's say 1 somewhere here and 1 somewhere here. That's kind of how the spot is gonna look like. We can... So let's say we have this one. Well, we don't really... Let's say that we do. We have this and this. Then we need 2.2 to take the stuff, basically alien bacteria, produced here, and it will be generating something. Let's say we'll place it here, and it will need to be consumed by this. So we'll need some raw, like some meat. We'll need some raw meat, and we need to send it over there, and the output will be like regular meat. So we'll have 4 blocks placed. 1. Oh, I see. But then we could just can I do it like that? Maybe no. Let's think. We need 4 blocks, and we need 4 of this. So it's basically 1 to 1 to 1. That's what we are proposing, right? I think so. I think that's how it's looking. So we'll have 1 to 1 to 1. So we'll do something like that. We'll have a connection here, because why not? It will be inserted here directly like that, and the output will just placed on the belt. That will be the output. Now the only tricky part is that we actually need to have a somewhat good connection here, which we can do like that. Right? So we could have something like this happening. Let's see. Both of this will combine the things. You know what? I like what I see here. I really like. I think it's looking good. I'll just copy this part like that. And now what we want to take all of that and move it kinda over there. Like this. Okay, great. Great. These things can be removed for now. Let's see what's actually happening. We have this thing basically built. We'll have this part built. It has the 2 inputs, but it's missing calcium carbonate. So we'll need to send calcium carbonate and raw meat over here. Can we how should we do that? How should we do that? So we need 8 raw meat. That's not a lot. That's basically half of a belt. Because we are using red belts, we have like 15 meat on a belt. If we used a blue underground belt, can we move it? Oh, look at that. We can. That means that this thing can take stuff from the belt, and this thing could also take stuff from the belt, and we could have a belt going like this. Would it even make sense what we are doing? Oh, we can make it better and make this stuff to the side. Then we don't need stack inserters when dealing with belts, right? We'll have one here and one there, like that. Yep. So this inserter will be taking stuff from the belt, the calcium carbonate, and placing it in there. This inserter will be taking stuff from the belt, specifically the raw meat, and placing it in here. And this inserter, it will be stack inserter that just grabs a bunch of what is it? Well, not even a bunch, of bacteria, and just inserts them in there. Nice, 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 nice. I like what I'm seeing. I think it's looking great. Let's wait a little bit to. We can actually place, I think, here like that. Let's wait for these things to be placed, and then we'll copy them. Now, with that done, what are we doing here? We are slowing down this line. We are slowing it down to a pretty low speed. It's basically half of a belt. The question is this enough? So we need, yes, it's totally enough because we need only like 2.6 as an input. So this is actually looking great. This build works pretty much without any changes. Now, let's see, we'll have this part pretty much built up to there. We will need, let's mark this one as done, and this one's as done. We'll need 26 butcheries that we will have to take Santaray and produce raw meat. Do we have any other usage of Santarays? We are basically just cycling them in there, in this process, and all excess will be converted into raw meat. So we really need, like, convert all of them into meat, and for that we need 27 butcheries, so 26, or whichever works best for us. 26. If I have a line of this, how many is that? Like that. How many is that? 24. Oh, look at that. That is interesting. So what that means? It's actually super interesting. It means that you can place them kind of along this line. Right, and we can probably have this thing done right there. Let's think. Right. We could have something like that. And we'll have lots of fish just kind of getting delivered there. At this part. I'm not fully sure exactly how this part is supposed to work. Like how we want it to work, because it's supposed to send only the excess over there, so maybe if we I mean, I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll use this in the beginning, but we shouldn't really need it long term. I feel... I'm not sure we need these things at all, to be honest. Are we using this in like our real fish build? I hope we... Oh, we are using those. But it doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that? Let's remove this. I think it's a mistake. I think it's needed only in the beginning, but later on we have this process that kind of tries to send fish, like to keep it in one place. It just doesn't make any sense that we have it. It was probably needed in the beginning to start up the process, but it's not needed. It's not needed anymore. We'll still use it here in the beginning to start up the process, right? But we will not be using this later on. Good. So we'll have lots of these butcheries. And they will be producing the stuff. Okay, let's maybe redo that. So this will be the line, right? And we'll have butcheries like this ones placed pretty much like that, and outputting stuff on another belt. Let's say it will go down. Right? Right, we want it to come down to then later be merged into this blue one. Okay, here we have taken stuff from here, and we are placing it in there. This is looking good. Algae farm 4. Wait, we need algae farm 4? Do we even have those? Oh, we don't have those. Well, we'll get it, I guess. Not like we really have a choice. It's not like we have a choice, right? We'll get it. What we do know is that we need to move all of that slightly to the side. Let's do that. So we are moving all of that to this side a little bit. Like this. And now we should be able to place like lots of butcheries in there. Let's see, how would we do that? We probably want to... Okay, this is output to the left. What is it? This, and we'll start from here, from the highest kind of position. We need 26, right? How many is that? Look at that, exactly 26. Wow, the build is looking pretty nice. And we'll need just a tiny bit of the thing here, right? Let's do it like that. We'll copy that, paste it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What happened? I can't count. It's supposed to be 13 pairs. Okay. I cannot count. I don't know why I messed up with the counting. Counting is hard. Counting is very, very hard. Okay, 1, 3, 4. Here we have it. We don't even need to split like inserters to make them place stuff on like different sides. It's all not really needed. Right, one thing that we'll need here though is the following. We will need to have some extra, a little bit extra of polluted artificial fish water. Let's do the following. Let's add a section here. Let's say here. No, not here. We'll have a section further down here. Oh no. What is going on? What happened? Oh, I see. That's what happened. Okay. That makes sense. That makes lots of sense. We will need one thing that takes the water, like this water, a good fish water. So we'll have good water coming here, here. We also want water coming from here. Okay, we'll need like lots of sources of water. Are we really doing it like that? Right, we are, look at that. We are feeding this part the water. And we have like one line. Okay. That's fine, I guess. We'll do something like this. Something like this. And yeah, we'll need to figure out exactly what to do with the water, because I think we need to remove this part and we'll need to place this right there. So that is gonna be our water. We will also want to use this water, maybe like take it from here somehow, like over there. And we'll want to convert it and the meat into... Right, so we'll basically have something like that. We'll be taking it from there, like directly, pretty much. Taking it directly like that, all that water. We'll be feeding it in here. This part will be grabbing as much meat as it can. Well, it doesn't need that much, but let's say we'll have like 2 inserters, so that we definitely grab enough we'll have a tank here. And the idea is the following. We will be using this to top up our storage of polluted artificial fish water. Because this is supposed to be a pretty small amount compared to... Like this is a pretty small one compared to this 128. So yeah, it's like whatever. And it has a priority on the meat. That means that we should always have enough polluted artificial fish water in here. Right. Okay, we have it. Now, this is the meat. I need to think. We have built this part as well. Let's double check that everything is working okay. I think we want this thing here, this one, and we don't actually want this connection over there. Now, what we do need, we need to have connection between these two. Oh, it's almost there. Okay, let's say we do it like that. Like that, and like that. So we need to feed it something else. Let's see. We built this whole block. However, we need to feed it two things. We need to feed it calcium carbonate mixed with raw meat, right? Calcium carbonate and raw meat that we... It's, yeah, like this thing. It needs to be connected. How do we do that? I guess like that. I mean, it doesn't even have to be like that. It could be like that. So we will have to feed it some raw meat. Let's get express transport belt here, and we'll need to feed it the other thing. We'll need to feed it calcium carbonate. So now the trick is, how do we produce calcium carbonate? And we need to produce artificial fish water, actually, now that I think about it. So here is the process, right? Let's focus maybe on artificial fish water. We just need 7.8 chemical plants. Wow. And we have how many? We have 6. Something doesn't match. Why do we have only 6 of this when we actually need... Oh, I know. It's because we'll actually have speed modules there, so we want this part to be, like, faster. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. We can do that, I think. 7.8 of a faster ones, right? So if you upgrade these ones to next year, we are still missing 2. We are still missing 2. And oh, for a moment I thought that I did something like very, very wrong. All right, let's... I mean, we really can't use water purification, but I'm not sure whether I want to. I probably do, right? I probably want to use the same water purification for both processes. Yeah, because it will produce too much water for us anyway. Okay, let's place this thing somewhere. So let's say we have this process set up, let's say like here, like that, or maybe even like that. It will bring, right, and let's move all of that one level lower so that we can connect all of them, kind of like this. So now what we want, I probably want to have all of this kind of to the side as close as possible. And I want 8 of this, right? That was the idea. So that's 8, I believe. Nice, that's 8 indeed. So we will do the following. We will send saline water from the side. and we'll get regular water pretty much right here, because we can. We'll just have regular water provided right here. Now, that means that we actually saved up some space for these things now. Can we somehow place them in like a more compact way? It almost will not lose us, will not win us anything. But it actually might make things a tiny bit. Like, it might look. It saves us a little bit of vertical space. I want to go for it. I want to do that. So we'll go steel pipe, no? Bronze pipe? Brass pipe. The longest one. Right? Like this. So we have this connection there. We want to maybe use express belts here. I mean, it's not like it really matters. It doesn't. Like that. We'll add pipes here. And we'll have a pipe going maybe like this. Right. Let's try to do it like that. Okay. We gotta wait. We gotta wait a bit. Let's switch this to actually Santaray. So we want this fish to be there. We need more of the fish tanks. Are we producing them? I believe we can consider this done. Are we producing fish tanks? Where is our... Alright, I went into the opposite direction. Fish tanks. Okay, here. Bronze. Okay, we are requesting completely different resources. That's because there was like a mod upgrade and everything changed. Like all, well, not recipes, but like early tiers of buildings, they require different things. Now, okay, let's take a look at this part. This is working. We are sending majority of stuff here, and access is going there. It's not exactly working that great, but I guess it's okay. Yeah, because we have too many. We have too many of levac fish, and that's basically the problem, that we are just accumulating the fish, because we still have consumption of the polluted fish water. It's okay, at some point that process is supposed to get stuck. Actually, if it gets stuck, are we in trouble or not? No, because the only thing that we need here is the fish. So once we have the fish, we don't really care about what's happening here. At least I don't think we do. Right, wait, what is this? Oh, this is like empty barrels. Or whatever, empty something. That's good. Well, it's not exactly good, but we can switch it to trains, but right now it's not really an issue that we should be concerned about. Let's go here. Let's place some water pumps here and there. So we have 2 pumps. We need to get saline water. We could get it from here, and we could send purified water in the opposite direction. Okay, let's say we'll do that. I mean, could even do things like that to make them, I guess, make them look a little bit nicer, just a tiny bit. Alright, let's see. So we'll have saline water generating like regular purified water. And now, what we'll need to do. This is done. Let's see. This part where we are producing artificial fish water, done. This part where we're producing saline water, done. We need to produce hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric. For that we need lots of hydrogen chloride. Right, but otherwise it's a very straightforward thing that we are doing. We are just taking two chemical plants. Okay, let's do this. It's really super simple. We like literally taking just. Oh, do we need purified water for anything else? This is the only usage of purified water. Okay, so we can just take this stuff and like if you connect it like that, or maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should make it look like a tiny bit nicer. Maybe like this. Yeah, check this out. So it will work like that. And hydrogen chloride, we need 213. What is it? Yeah, hydrogen chloride. If we were to unbarrel that, 1 barrel in pump is enough. Look at that. 1 barrel in pump is enough for that, so let's just place it there. So here we'll have our barrel in pump. It will be unbarreling stuff for us. Great. Now, what do we need in terms of inputs here? We need thermal water, nutrient pulp. How are we using nutrient pulp? Nutrient pulp is used here, but how are we using thermal water? Oh, thermal water will be used for the other process. Okay, so we actually need to request nutrient pulp. Okay, we'll request nutrient pulp and we'll request hydrogen chloride. Let's do this. Let's do this. Nutrient pulp. Nutrient pulp. We'll be asking for 200 stacks. And we'll also ask hydrogen chloride. This is hydrogen chloride. Ask 200 stacks. Good. We will be... Okay, how do we do this next? We will have a belt, I think, here. Just outputting all of these bottles and whatnot in there. And... right, so the problem... The problem is that we need to somehow... Oh, look at that. Isn't it nice? Then this part is not connected. Let's do the following. Let's take brass pipes and... So if you're taking a brass pipe and placing it there... Let's try again. Brass pipe. If you place it here, it can be moved over there. You know what? I want to change this a little bit. I want it to be like that. I don't want to have a pump over there, because then it forces us to have the pipe a little bit too... kind of... in a slightly inconvenient location. Let's put it like this. Right, here we'll have the same thing. Here we're having exactly the same thing. And here, that's the tricky one. No, it's not. Oh, is it? It is. This is the wrong one. We want this to go here. Like that. So that's how we want it to be, because this is the artificial fish water. That we have artificial fish water here. And this is the pump. And the pump for the pump, oh sorry, the pump or the pulp. We are using this process. However, let's remove this line. Let's move this over there. Let's place the stuff here. And we'll probably have something like that. Yeah, it might look a bit strange what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make it look like really nice what I'm doing here. And I think this way it will be looking like really, it's gonna be beautiful. What we're doing here, we'll have awesome design. Oh wait, not like this, it's a water. Here, the water. Here we'll have this connection. So with that, we basically connected this part. The only thing that's missing is we are missing a tiny bit of basically this, not even this, we are missing another balloon pulp, nutrient pulp, this one. We are missing this thing. And we could place it, for example, right here. Right, we could say that we are feeding it. Well, we don't even have to do it there. But I guess we could feed it maybe from, yeah, let's do it from below. Like that. And we could do something like this. Right, so now the problem is that this part will be, like, I wanted to fill out only half of a belt, so let's do something like this. Do we do it? Right, we could send... Okay, let's figure this out. Let's say we'll have something like this going, then we can move it to the side, bring it over there and down like that. And we could have an input going there like this. Let's do this. Okay, we can do it. I think we can. 1, 2. So this will be nutrient pulp, barrels, and this will be the other things. Not barrels, but this stuff. Hydrogen chloride. Let's take a look. What are we missing? We are missing, surprise, surprise, we are missing power connection. And wait, but the power connection is actually supposed to happen from the input. So from here. We'll have it working in no time. Right, this part cannot quite be removed, so let's wait a little bit. So these things will work just fine. We'll need to, like, do something about it. Let's see. We have this part done, this one basically done, hydrochloric acid. We are producing it, we are just not using it. How about we start using it? We want for it to reach this part. So if we do... Right, if we do something like that, or maybe even let it go further. Do you want it to go further? No, let's not do that. Let's do something that looks really nice and is very straightforward. Like that. So now we should be getting a lot of this acid, or whatever the thing that we're producing. Hydrochloric acid. Yep. No. Yes. No, not hydrochloric. This thing. Right. I guess it's hydrochloric. We'll get it. We have this part. We have all of this. The only thing that's missing is calcium carbonate and ammonia. Good. Good. That is great, actually. And I forgot to add a thing in there. I forgot to add a power pole. Nice. So this thing is hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride, I guess, bottles, right? Except we are not bottling them. Very strange. Products. And oh, right, these are products, the sign box. Okay, good. And this is nutrient pulp. Let us search for it. Nutrient pulp. This stuff. So now we'll just export those. And it's supposed to work. Where is our power pole? Power pole is not coming. It's okay. It is okay. Next, we need to have production of this thing with like ammonia. So we need to produce ammonia first of all, and second, we'll need to take ammonia and produce thermal water from it. And for that we need what? We need thermal water. Oh, where are we getting the thing? So we are supposed to be getting sulfuric wastewater from somewhere. Where exactly are we getting it? From here. Right. Okay, got it. So here is the process that is giving us sulfuric wastewater. Let's actually extract it. Right, so we'll have it coming from there. Sulfuric wastewater. What we can do with that? We can actually... Oh, this is gonna take lots of space. We need 5 of this. I'm no longer sure. I am no longer sure about whether we'll be able to fit everything. Yeah. Okay, we'll place that one there and this one. I don't really have space for that. I guess it could be here. But it's like, it's not the greatest space. I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. Right, let's finish this. Like that. So we should have mostly the right thing here now. Except I kind of want to apply proper recipes, just in case, because we are using a different kind of fish here. We are not using our previous fish. Levac fish, we are using Santa Rays that are producing a lot of meat. And we are then converting it to like artificial fish water, polluted artificial fish water. Now, we need 5 of this. How could we even do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one. Wow. That's not good. That is not good. We don't have space for that. And the second thing that we need this thing with another 5 algae farms. So we need like 5 plus 5. What if we add speed modules into it? Then we'll need only 2.7, so we need only 3. Instead of 5, we'll need 3, and here, instead of 5, we'll need 3 as well. I feel like that could be significantly better, right? Because 3, I can actually see myself somehow fitting 3 of them here, and this part could also be made a little bit more compact. If I move it, for example, right here. Right, if we move it right here, this whole part could be made more compact. Or maybe not here, maybe we could hide it even further. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out somehow. I think. Well, right, let's do this. Let's say. I'm not sure. Let's remove this. We can improve that later. We can do something about that later. Now, the important part The important part is that we could have this one going like that. And now we have more space for this thing, so we can basically take this and kind of turn them around a little bit. Maybe like that. Right. Like that. This could be moved a bit away. Let's do this. If you place it here, we can move this part right there. This should give us some space. Place these things here, and pretty much the same on the input side. So this is our input side. We have exactly the same stuff happening there. Next, this is this part. We'll have liquefier producing this thing here. That's simple. And we'll need to have 4. Okay, we could have 3 of this. Placed basically right there. 1, 2, 3. And liquefiers. We can also have like 3 liquefiers. 1, 2, like that. 3. We could have 3 liquefiers producing ammonia. Okay, fast stack inserter. Here. I think this is looking pretty good so far. We'll need to double check, obviously, that everything is like in order, but this seems to be it. Maybe this should be moved a little bit lower, because the excess we'll need to clarify it, and we will have excess. Like, this thing will be producing excess. Okay, now we need to do a couple of things. We need to supply this part with the thing that will produce from the fish, which should be straightforward. We'll just bring it up there. This line is supposed to get the output from here, right? So that's kind of what we are trying to get. Let's do this. Oh, not like that. Like this. So we have this output going over there. We need to add a couple, I think, of okay, what's the problem? Medium electric pulp, medium. What is happening? Why are we? How is this possible? How are we getting those? It shouldn't be a thing. Do we have like a really bad, outdated builds somewhere? These ones are fine. Fine. This seems to be fine. I don't understand how this station had like bad electric pulse. Not quite sure about that. But, yeah, we'll get fixed, and then we'll have the connection. This stuff will start working, well, because this thing will be working. I feel like it's covered. Yeah, it's covered by this power pole. Yeah, this will be updated really soon. Let's hope that nothing will break in terms of like power connections. Oh, it worked. Looking good. Okay, now with that done, let's get a couple of accumulators here. Just, you know, just to have something. So we have some accumulators here. That's good. Now we will want to add barrel and pump here, and we will want to build a lot of Santares fishes. Well, not build, but more like produce lots of these fishes. We are feeding, well, we are producing. Are we? No, we are not. Interesting. It's because we are missing connection here. But yeah, will be producing a lot of hydrochloric acid. And the question is, why are we sending it here? No. We don't want it here. Oh. Seriously? That's what's happening? This is easy to fix. We'll just move it over here. Except it will not actually help us. Right. We'll do it like that. We'll move it. We'll have something like that. Done. Okay. This is better. Hopefully. It should work. I think. Alright. Let's clear all of that from here. And we will want... Oh, we want power. Why we don't have power here? That's an interesting question. 1, 2, let's say 3, 4, and we don't want this one. Okay, let's observe. So now we'll have power here. We will have artificial fish, water. This thing will go there. It's covered. We will need some charcoal. So let's say we'll get some charcoal delivered to us right here, right, like this. So let's say this is our charcoal. We want to probably have it delivered from this side, like this. And let me for a moment change this to charcoal. Then we'll copy it and we'll change it back to hydrogen chloride. Right? Hydrogen chloride. Okay. And now we can actually request charcoal. Let's request charcoal. Maybe in this in this corner. Charcoal. 200 stacks. Yep. We want it. So charcoal will go here and it will be converted into carbon dioxide. Good. So we have this part. We have 2.7 of this. Yes, we have 2.6 of this. And this ones will speed the number a little bit so that we have less than 3. We should be able to do that, right? Because, I mean, in worst case, we'll just have a... Okay, we cannot do it like that, but... Like, as you can see, it's totally possible to speed this thing up. We'll do it at some point. Okay. We have ammonia. Now, once we have ammonia, our actual goal is actually to produce this stuff. We want to produce 2.2 of this calcium carbonate stuff. How do we do that? Well, first of all, I think it might make more sense to send it from this side. This might be a better thing. The output of this whole block. This is voided, this stuff is returned, this will be voided, we'll need to add a void for this too. It's okay, but it's basically just the meat, so we don't like really, you know, kind of care about anything else in a way. We could just have like a connection here with like a red wire and we can control how much meat we're exporting. Shouldn't be that difficult. Now the difficult part here is building 3 algae farms. Right. In a way that it's somewhat beautiful. I mean, it doesn't really have to be beautiful, it just needs to be maybe somewhat compact, ideally. Right, let's see. So what if we have like 1, 2, and then third one doesn't fit, but we can actually make it fit, that's the thing. We can totally make it fit if we let it go like this, right? So if you do it like this, then what should happen? we should actually be able to fit a third one in here. Good. So we have a third one in here. It requires thermal water. And we don't really have thermal water. At least we don't have it yet. But we can request thermal water. Let's do this. Thermal. What am I doing? Thermal. Okay. Water. Barrel. We want 200. Let's get it. So we'll get thermal water delivered on this site. Let's see, we already have like 1, 2, 3, 4 inputs. Maybe we could do something like that. Like this. Yeah, let's do it like this. So we'll have thermal water, a tiny bit of thermal water delivered in the barrel. It will be unbarreled, and then once it's unbarreled, it's got to be mixed with this part. Let's do this. Let's say unbarreling of thermal water will happen right there. Can I somehow just copy the recipe? Because I find it much easier to just copy recipes instead of, you know, doing the other things. Let's just place it here. It might not be ideal, but, you know, it's probably okay. We'll just export it and we'll mix them together. And all of this will be just sent over there. We don't even need to care about like the sides, how I was doing it here, because all of the stuff will be exported anyway, so it's gonna work either way. The sides don't actually matter. I mean, we could make it maybe a little bit nice, and should be though. I don't know, but why do we have such a complicated process if sides don't matter? It's okay. Let's not overthink it. Let's just make it work somehow. So we'll be getting thermal water here. It will be sent in there. We are actually missing something here. We are missing the fact that it's a provider, which is a pretty huge oversight on my part, but I forgot to place a proper blueprint here. But yeah, it's fine. This is the provider, and we'll build this thing here. It will take ammonia that we're actually producing right there. So we have ammonia production already, we just need to, you know, I guess, make it a bit nicer, I could say. Like, we basically just need to like connect all of that. So we have ammonia production. This part is this line. Let's see. Now, what do we need? We need 2.6 of these things. Let's have one here. One here. It's a tricky one. I really want to place it here, but we have like a tiny problem. Let's connect things differently then. Oh no. What's happening now? What's the issue now? Come on, seriously? Wait, where is the power pole? And from here, here. Let's clear this one. Wow, that's surprising actually. I'm not sure how exactly it got connected. But I guess it's okay. It's okay. Right, let's see. We have these three things. We can export stuff there, I guess. And we could place like a regular inserter. I think regular inserter would be enough for this. I'm not sure. And we could have a fast inserter, like stack inserter, placing stuff here, here, and here. Is regular inserter actually enough? Probably, right? It's probably enough. So the problem is that we are kind of placing on both sides of the belt this thing, but it's okay. And we need 4 point. Right, we'll just make it a little bit faster where we can. And we need 4.6 of these machines. Let's do it the other way around. This will go here. And this stuff will be turned in the opposite direction. It will go like that. Okay, 6 machines. We don't quite have enough space for that there. Let's change things a little bit. Let's just say that right, like that. We'll just move things like that over there. This can be removed. Maybe except this one. This is all removed. And we need 6.4 machines. And we have 6 of them. We're missing 0.4. It's okay. You know what? We'll just replace it with like high tier. And it's gonna be fine. We need to add a task. Speed modules and better assemblers, and that's meat production, right? Okay, we are doing it, and we need the input here to be delivered right there, like this. Inserter here, here, and here. 1, 2, 3. Output here and here. Awesome, looking good. This part will need inserter, inserter, maybe another inserter, because why not? We need lots of inserters. Right, this stuff, maybe a double of this to match the speed of this part. Here we'll be taking stuff from the left. From the left, or sorry, from like the right. Yeah, it's like I guess it's from the right. Why did I say from the left? And we can actually switch this a little bit. So this is placing stuff on the furthest part of the belt. This is on the closest part of the belt, and this could be placing them, you know, on both actually sides of the belt. Not sure whether it makes sense or not. So this can be closer side of the belt. That one can be further side of the belt, and I believe that should do it. I feel like with these changes, this build should work. So there is a tiny problem. We actually need a better algae farm. But apart from that, and then we need like this whole process and this thing. So, oh, and I forgot. We are missing a very important part. We are missing the part where we are producing. We're missing the part, like this part, where we're producing polluted artificial fish water. We need it. It's important that we have it. So for that we need a single thing here. And basically just needs to be placed right there. Let's do that. So if we do it like that, maybe even like that, we'll place it here. We'll have the thing connected like this. but we'll just go forward as if nothing happened. Right, and we will need... Okay, we will need this thing. We'll leave it here, like this. And now what we are doing, we are actually gonna grab this belt. Oh, it doesn't allow us to get there. Okay, this way it does allow us to get there. We don't have to have like a good belt for that actually. We have a regular red one. Nice. And now the idea is that we are adding a splitter. Okay, I don't need to have like a fast splitter here, and I don't need to have a fast loader there. Good, and we'll basically just send that, okay, priority of the fish and whatnot, of like meat, is to be sent to the left, so that it reaches the spot. Actually, even priority is not really needed, it will still work. It should still work. So, this is our build for the fish. Well, not for the fish, for the meat, not just any meat. We are producing this tricky meat, alien processed meat, right? This is a tricky one, and I don't know, should work. Probably we'll need a little bit of speed modules, one, for it to like really work, but it's okay, because as soon as we have it running, we'll produce modules, and this will basically be the first thing, I guess, where the modules would go. We'll need speed modules for those, and we'll be focusing first, I guess, on prod modules. We do have a block for speed modules as well, so this will not come, like this will come pretty quickly. Right, and one thing that we need to do here, we need to say that we are looking for the meat, for this purple meat, and we are doing it only while the amount of meat is less than 50,000. Because why would we stop doing that sooner? Right? Another thing we can do actually here. Alright, this is good. This is good. This is great. What we can do... Well, first of all, I think I figured out how to make this a little bit nicer. Let's mold it like that. We'll have a thing. We'll be just mixing all of this together. And another thing that I figured out, we could do the same thing and send some barrels over there. And the idea is that we could be consuming artificial fish water, polluted one, and adding it to these things. Right, let's do this. So we'll be consuming artificial fish water later, not yet. We'll be taking it, and it will be... How do we do that? Okay, I don't like that. I think I want it to be placed like this. So we'll have it here. We will have a barreling, or I guess unbarreling pump right there. And we'll send this stuff. No, the other way. Like this. Okay, this is also the other direction. Like that. Good. And we'll take the barrels and send them on the way. Like this. And we'll be just consuming all of this polluted fish water. It will be... And it will reach the spot, right? Because in the end it will be used up by this thing. Good. Okay, this is looking pretty good, I think. Especially because we are generating even more polluted artificial fish water here. I think it should work really nicely. Okay, that is it. I don't know why hatchery didn't progress at all. We didn't have any progress. We are not really short on cretinium. We have copper plates. Oh, I see, it's because of this whole priority. We are prioritizing production of the plates over everything else. So until our plate storage became full, we didn't really get any copper, but now situation should become better because now we should actually be producing copper coils, and yeah, and we'll start working and we'll get researches, hatchery research and all like the other buffer researches. Okay, we did it. That's a proper build for, I already forgot the name again, for alien processed meat. Let's take a break. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 169, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!